Sounds like there's a woofer. Oh, there's no woofer in here. What's up guys, Eric here at Beat Sonic. We're here at Rodeo and Rigs event happening in March 30th, and we're excited to be doing a live installation of our Encore Alpha power amplifier. It's going to be our 3 series, so it has a sub out. It also has the 50 watt by 4 channel amp, and it's still very compact so that we could fit it behind the radio. So let me show you how it's done on this 4Runner. It's our very first install on 4Runner, so very excited to do so. And if you check out our other video on our channel, we'll also do a rundown, a walkthrough of what this car is over here. It's by CBI, very cool. It has a lot of cool products on here. So if you are in the market for a 4Runner, or if you already have one, then it's a video that you might want to check out. So let's stop talking, let's go inside, get our amplifier installed, and also first impression of what we think about the sound system after our amp is installed. So let's go inside the car and get this installed. All right guys, we're inside the car. So all we have to do is remove the top off this top of here, this panel piece behind the radio. There's gonna be 4 10mm bolts. We're gonna remove it, and then everything will pop right out. Very easy. Installation process exactly the same as the one we did for the new Tacoma. So very simple. It's a brand new car, as you can see over here. Looks pretty cool. So let me make sure everything is protected. All right, so when you're removing this panel here, make sure you use a panel removal tool that is made of plastic here, so you don't leave any marks or damages. All right, so you're gonna just pry this out like so. Comes off very easily. All right, here we go. All right, and this will expose the 4 10mm bolts. So here's your little power tool, or you can use a wrench to remove all these 4 10mm bolts. All right, so once this is out, the radio is ready to come out. So this is a non-JBL model. With the JBL model, it's gonna be very similar to this. The screen size is, of course, gonna be different, but the installation process is the same. So go ahead and pull it out. All right, and once it's out here, let's protect it. Use a really thick towel, protect the interior of the car. And looking down here, there's a lot of room back here, okay? There's a little speaker cover up here, but there's actually no speaker. So there's a lot of room back there. If you have the JBL model, you're gonna have a speaker here in the center, so you will have to route the amplifier to the right side. There's an open cavity on the right side, which fits the amplifier pretty well. All right, so we're here. Let's look at the back of the radio here. And the 2 connectors we're gonna be working on are this connector and this one. So it's the black one all the way on the passenger side. It's a white connector right next to this black connector, just these 2, okay? This connector actually fits to this side as well, so make sure you're not confused these 2 connectors. You're gonna connect here, do not connect there. So let's grab our kit. Here it is. This is the new ENA 3T3, and what makes this different between the 2T3 is that it has 5 more watts per channel, and what gives its biggest value is it has the output. It has this audio output, RCA audio output. You can easily connect the power subwoofer to it, very easy. And the harness on here comes with a remote wire that you could connect to the new amplifier or the new power sub, so that it can trigger the new amplifier to turn on. And where do you get the power for the new power sub? With this harness here. It's the EAZ harness, and this will be connected under the seat, passenger seat. This car here does not have power seat, but it still has battery leads on it already, so you just connect it here. You can power the new amplifier with this up to a certain amount of wattage, okay? And then you can also get the ground wire from here. So very easy. No longer have to route the cable through the firewall. You can get it under the passenger seat. Makes it very easy. We're not gonna be using this for this car, but just something good to know. Okay, let's open our Encore Alpha 3 series amplifier. And if you look at this, it has another distinct case compared to the ENA 2. It's more rigid, it's more masculine. I like the look. All right, and then on this side, this is the sub out. Okay, it says output here. You can also use this to add additional amplifiers if you wish. Here's the gain settings here, the front and rear. And the auto sense basically is the trigger that makes this amplifier turn on. You could even put it to ACC, so when the car goes into ACC mode, the amplifier turns on. Some vehicles, like the Ford, doesn't have ACC, so you could switch that to speaker. Basically, right when this system gets speaker signals, it'll turn on. So very advanced feature. For the gain, we're gonna keep it at 12. That seems to be the optimal setting for most vehicles. You can play around with it if you wish. Depending on how loud you listen to your music will also have an effect. So put it to the loudest volume you'll listen to, and then adjust the gain. Make sure there's no distortion. Make sure it sounds very, very clean, and you should be set. Okay, and here is our plug and play harness. All right, so as you can see, this is the connector that you may be familiar with. It's the one over there. It's a black connector here on the right side. And then the other side of the harness connects to the amp. These two connectors here, like this, okay? And here is the blue remote wire. So when you connect your additional amp or your power sub, you can use this to give trigger to the new amp to turn on. All right, so let's continue on. So we're gonna first remove these two 1-pin connector, the black and the brown up here, just so it's out of the way. Make sure you don't forget to replug it in there, or else you'll lose some functionality in your factory radio. Okay, and let's disconnect this black connector here. Okay, you might have to wiggle it left and right a little bit. Okay, push down on the release tab, and then just try not to pull on the wires or the cabling. And just keep your pressure on the connector itself. Same thing here. The release tab is in the inside, okay? And then just kind of wiggle it out. There we go. All right, and grabbing our harness here. So I'll plug and play. All right. Make sure you listen for that click. There it is. I'm gonna remove this tag here. This tag here is a reminder of where the correct connector is, okay? I'm gonna put this away. Then let's grab our other connector here. Let's connect like so. You want to hear for that clicking sound, click in, click in. Okay, and once that's done, let's reconnect these two connectors here. Try to not cross the wires as the best as you can. Here you go. All right, and we have this over here. It's a ground terminal. We need to ground it. I'm gonna ground it to the side of the radio right here, okay? That's an 8mm socket. So we're gonna loosen that. You can also use a Phillips screwdriver to loosen it. Easy. Just loosen a little bit. You don't have to remove it all the way. Just enough so you can fit this ring terminal inside. And then just tighten it back up. All right, perfect. Super easy to do. Okay, next. Let's do our finishing touch. Connect it to these two connectors. All right, 1 and 2. Terrific. And let's test fit this. Okay. I think we could go straight back. Let me see. You want to look for a flat surface because we're going to use some double-sided tape. Okay, now let's go inside our kit. You'll find a little packet here. It has foam tape. It also has double-sided tape, and we're going to use the double-sided tape included in this kit. I'm going to mount it like this way, and the flat surface area is around the top, so we're going to put some double-sided tape on the top side, which should hold it in place. So for this install, we're not going to be installing a power sub, but in the future, if you wish, you could just connect it here for the audio out, and then the remote wire here. So you can just go back to the radio, plug it in, and route the cable to where your new power sub is. All right, so we use some double-sided tape, and we mounted it to up here, okay? It's on there pretty good. Going to just tuck some wires and cabling around the amp to make sure It secures it a little bit better. I want to prevent some movement as much as we can. Add some cushion. Okay, but looks like I don't think it's going to be going anywhere. Okay, there it is. All right, now let's reverse order everything we just did, and that will complete the installation. All right, sweet. That's it, guys. So easy to install. Plug and play. And now that we installed it, let's turn on the car and let's listen to the difference. Sounds good. All right, so this is the SR5 model. But with our amplifier, it definitely doesn't sound like a bass model. Like the bass hits tight and pretty strong, and the audio quality is actually super, super clean. Sounds like there's a woofer. Oh, there's no woofer in here. All right, well, to me, it sounds pretty amazing, but let me have the car owner sit down here. Let's hear what he thinks about how it sounds after the amp. So let's go ahead and grab him. What type of music do you usually listen to?
As long as it's not opera. That's nice. I like grips on your ways, front way, back way.
So this is the SR5, so you got the base model.
This is the base model.
Yeah, this is the base model, but what do you think about it with our amp?
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
It sounds. I have a Corolla that has a 10-inch sub, and this sounds good. Like this.
So one thing I noticed about this car, so all of the cars, the difference it makes a little bit different, but it almost sounds like you have a subwoofer in here now.
It does.
It bumps.
It does. And we're only at 37.
Yeah.
You're not even that loud.
Yeah.
It's bumping.
Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. Thank you.
That's
Thanks
awesome.
for letting us install the amp. Hope you like it.
We've got a 14-hour drive back to Idaho, so
Yeah, nice.
we'll get some use out of it.
Yeah. All right, guys, well, that concludes our installation and quick demonstration of our ENA 3T3 Encore Alpha Power Amplifier. If you have any questions, drop a line below, or you can email us at info@bsonicusa.com. And if you want to give this a try, you're ready to purchase it, it's available at bsonicusa.com. We're fully stocked, we can ship it out to you right away. And for all of you guys who have already experienced our Encore Alpha Power Amplifier in your other vehicles, probably your Toyota vehicle or your Honda vehicles, leave a comment, let us know how much difference it made in your factory sound system. We love to hear it. And thank you very much for watching. And if you haven't yet, help our channel, give us a subscribe, give us that like, it helps us out a lot. Thank you very much. See you guys in the next video.